Original is a mindset.
Good morning, good evening, good afternoon. How's everybody doing on this lovely Sunday? Just had lunch. I'm feeling good for the most part. A bit knackered after a longer than usual Sunday stream. Saturday stream. Not sure if it's partly due to sort of how tired you generally get when you're learning a new thing, and as I am with Sea of Thieves, so this one's going to be a bit more of a mellow yellow type stream, and we will go from there. I'm planning on my educated guess is that it's going to be a bit of everything. So stay tuned. And as always, we'll be diving straight into Can I make this any... No, I can't. So let's make that a bit bigger. That's what she said. Naturally, as we always do, we dive into the sporting stories. And naturally, this one is one that's got paper, has got the sports news outlets on both this side and the other side of the pond, as I looked on Fox earlier. And even though media outlets are naturally stunned by this kind of article, I think a couple of things are at play here. First being, these comments were made after the Japanese Grand Prix. Well, shortly after. Anyone that's been in such a hyper-competitive, intense moment like that would be, or anything. Everybody has it. Naturally, people don't drive Formula 1 cars, but still, any uber-intense thing you're doing for an hour and a bit is going to leave you physically and mentally drained, such that common sense that would normally be there often desert you. Meaning that any sort of comments you make post-match, post-game, naturally are going to be more heightened because you're emotionally on edge. So I'd always encourage and always try to take them with a pinch of salt. Thankfully, the media don't do that because it'd mellow down and make headlines less punchy and all that kind of thing. So that's part of it, and sort of the wider context of. But he's always been naturally, you can imagine, with being a 4-time world champion, always used to being at the top end of the grid, and anything other than second is going to be mildly frustrating, let alone finishing. Where did he finish today? 8th or wherever he did finish 8th. It's going to be just incomprehensible. And so when you're used to being at the front and you're no longer at the front and you're always physically, emotionally exhausted, combine that with he's always been very outspoken of not being one of these drivers that gets to his mid-30s and 40s and just will still be in Formula 1 because he's already got a young family now, and he's already, even at his mid-20s, been very outspoken of looking forward to the next chapter of his life anyway. So, and yeah, I could very easily, well, I say very easily, I think this is very much going to be one of those things that, as with the sort of everyone's emotional state, comes and goes in waves. I think very much right now, with where F1 is being the new regulation change, there's going to be a lot of adaptation there, and therefore some people are going to have timed it with an up, as we're sort of seeing with Mercedes, especially personified by Antonelli winning his first Grand Prix. Then you got the other side sort of coinciding with a dip, and I just think quite simply that, and also sort of a different point as we talked about yesterday was Aston Martin, but that's a different kettle of fish. Coinciding it with a down, so wouldn't be surprised if come the back half of the year, when Red Bull have a bit more in tune with the new regulations, it picking up, and therefore his mood picking up. But yeah, I'm not, to cut a long story short, I'm not that surprised in the slightest. I mean, I know everyone naturally assumed people were retiring with early age and sort of in the mid-30s and going out with sort of swan song. He very much seems seems to be one of those ones that will retire earlier than usual just because of been slightly cut off of a different cloth, quite simply. And naturally, this one caught my eye, as I'm sure it would do anyone else. And firstly, is anyone really that surprised? Well, a couple of things. One, is anyone really that surprised? Two, with the recent, when you consider sort of the backdrop of the murmurings of him being slightly homesick and wanting to go back up north, I'm not entirely. I would encourage many to not believe this 150 price tag just because it's too round of a number and something the media would have purely put on. And so you got there and you're not that surprised. Ignore the 150 mil per price tag. And also coming from someone that wanted to go into player representation, starting to see one of the one of the drawbacks of signing such a long contract as he did, because he signed for, I believe it was a 7-year deal, it removes or gives you even less leverage just because once you get under 2 years of any contract, and especially in the Premier League, that's when players' leverage starts to ramp up exponentially. And the 7-year deal, I can't remember, is he in his second year or third? Cole Palmer, Chelsea contract. Oh, he's a 9-year. Smokes. Ignore that because they're never going to be yeah. They said it was one of the bad signs of signing such a 9-year contract. It just means he's got no leverage whatsoever, and the only real way he will get out of Chelsea is naturally, say the only way, because that's very much sort of content speak. One of the main levers he has is naturally getting his camp to talk through the media and creating such a noise that the only thing Chelsea will want to do is quieten the noise down, in the same respect of turning off a vacuum cleaner. And I always thought, until I had a sort of image in my head, that I could very easily see, ignore the fandom and him growing up a Man United fan, but could very easily see Man United coming in for him so they could naturally put this rebuild, make a statement, combined with already bringing in the heir apparent to Bruno Fernandes in that sort of number 10 type position, and having someone, because I know they've sort of, I vaguely remember sort of Bruno Fernandes liking some of his Instagram posts, I believe, so you could easily get him bought into that idea. So, yeah, I could very easily, I think it'd be very poetic, and building Man United through an English-based spine, because I could actually very easily see them going after an Adam Wharton, Kobe Mainoo, sort of could easily see them forming a good midfield partnership, bringing him in. Then you've got the spine for the next 10 years. I can very easily see that being, well, that's a tantalising prospect in the nicest possible way. What position are you? Are you a winger or footballer? Right, that's helpful. Centre something. Centre back? Not too bad. But yeah, it's, to cut a long story short, not that surprised in the slightest. Highlights why, irrespective of at the time of wanting a move out of Man City, or being open to a move out of Man City to play games, why they should have kicked up more of a fuss against the 9-year contract. And so it could give them a bit more leverage in a position like this. But is anyone really that surprised? Even, I imagine, Chelsea fans wouldn't be that surprised. So yeah, it's And the only way you could very much see, I can't see what the fit in Real Madrid. With how many sort of, because obviously they've got Arda Güler, Jude Bellingham. There's another name I can think of in there, sort of that number 10 attacking midfield shirt. They've already sort of got square pegs and round holes with their sort of front three of Mbappe, Vinicius, Rodrigo, and all those kinds of people. So it's hard to see how he would fit in. Obviously, they have strength and depth, but still. Bayern Munich. Who's there up top? I can't think of who they have up top. And you obviously got that second line of Elise, Musiala, and then like a Liverpool, Luis Diaz. So you go where the fit being there. Not that don't see that much of a hole unless you sort of believe that Elise to Liverpool rumours. But then you're going, why would Elise leave Bayern at all? So you're going, where could he realistically go? You go probably Man United, and then you can twist that and going, when they've got an Amad Diallo, Sesko, Mbeumo, and Cunha front line, why would you need another? But then, yeah, they could very much easily make it work if you were to move out of Mason Mount. I personally do that if they could, but still. Moving over to the States, just quite simply, sort of a personification of why always encourage. It's quite a simple move. It just, even though he's a Scott Boras player, getting a deal done for your foundational pieces, irrespective of the sport, as soon as possible, it's always the best way to go. Just because it removes all the noise and everyone can get back to the core thing at hand, which is building up the rest of the squad, quite simply. There's not much more to say about it. And how they start the Orioles? Baltimore. Has every team played two, or has some team played none? 1-1. Yankees started 3-0. Oh, okay, so Giants. RBIs, Aaron Judge. Home run, Aaron Judge. Stanton, home run. But yeah, in the final, the final two. I think quite simply, we're just the last couple of months of this NBA season as we build to the playoffs. If we ever needed a final nail in the coffin of Giannis's time in Milwaukee, then we're seeing it. I mean, I think it was pretty much a done deal that he was going to get. It was pretty much a done deal before this. But yeah, if you ever needed a nail in the coffin, we've got one here quite simply. Yeah, need I say more? And even just pivoting, I wasn't intending on talking about them, but it's one of the benefits of why being patient from the outset is always, in terms of the initial rebuild, it's always the better way to go. But yeah. And this one is, they get. Why have I got a feeling he's in? No. It's the problem I have with articles like this. It's very much they're done by national guys that don't do their due diligence, or they don't do as much due diligence as you think they should have, and very much take a bird's eye view of it. Because quite simply, even the Rams, I get the rationale for why, sort of going, James Gladstone is very much cut from the Leslie front office tree of going the bleep them picks approach. But in the Rams case, you just traded for Trent McDuffie. You haven't yet, but you're probably going to pay Devontae 40 plus. Why, or more specifically, how are you going to fit both the lack of the first rounders in reduce the amount of cheap labour that you have to outweigh contracts like this, and fit him in if they're going to make a move like this year? Quite simply, they're not going to. And even the lack of projection from the Garrett camp in terms of, obviously, everyone wants to be paid as much as they can, but one of the downsides of accepting the deal that they accepted was the fact that it just reduced all leverage, that meant they had less levers to pull than they normally would do. And when you consider that you're reduce the amount of levers that you can pull on are against the Browns, you're going, actually, probably best to have as many levers up our sleeve as we can. And if that means sacrificing a couple million for maybe this season and the last season, then I'd say that's a good trade-off for the fact that you may be able to get more suitors and a better scenario at enhancing your legacy, which then pay off post-playing career. It's the short-term money for the, right, okay, let's give ourselves more levers in the long term. And if you can get an advantageous second career spot, and that's going to pay off when you hang up the cleats come the end of the season, which will then pay off even more. And that'd be the way I would have gone about it, but it's interesting. That's interesting. I mean, even though it's sort of the article's painting Mendoza to sort of be ahead of the curve, quite simply, it's rather than the learning and application of the offense, it's the intangibles is what's going to pay off in the end, quite simply. But a bit of a null-mute point, is it not? So, a bit different today is that, to start out, I'm going to stay away from the Sea of Thieves for now. I'm a bit sort of, with this whole learning a new game and it being sort of a bit out of my comfort zone, I was knackered this morning, so going to be a bit of a slower start to the stream. I just want a bit of Balatro. Then either we'll go to a Rust maybe, or or even a Sea of Thieves towards the very end. But we'll start on this one. It's an easy discard. That's why. Should get me done. Bang. Don't like that. Let's go. Easy. It's an easy one. Get this one. My theory behind that is if you can sort of maximize the use of the back half and get a higher handed thing, then cool. So let's go king, jack. Nice. That's a, to me, that's a bad sort of card to get at the very beginning. God, it's the... No, I'm not using that for that one. Next! Or previously played cards of debuff. So that was... Now we build. I can get round it for now, so let's keep the... Still got two hands. So now we need to do a discard. Because it's in our best interest to do so. And we will do that. And keep building up the two pair. For that very reason. And pleasingly, we have this left over. Bang. Yeah, why not? Buy and use. Retrigger the next 10 hands. Ah, not terrible. I can't do that now, can I? So, is it beneficial of permanently gaining a discard? I think it is right now. Just to make sure. So we've got a potential flash option up there. So let's move it down. Right. Bang. Yeah. See what I get. Bang. Flash. Not sure. I'm really not. No. So I haven't got the cash for that. I'm just going to roll over. No pairs. Close to nothing. Got a lot of straights to begin with. Very unexpected. Alright, what are we going for? Ah, you bugger. that's of, even though it's a 20 mold, that the card I'm building out, or the level, sorry, is more geared towards the 2 pairs, making that null and void. Say that every day of the week, I think. Next. I have a really bad feeling about this. So that is either a 9 or a 10 of diamonds. I think I just push for this. Because I know that's just get over and get out this hand. I'm really not getting the jokers to start with I wanted. Which is annoying. Oh. Perfect. Try this one. It's all converts. Don't have space. There's going to have to be a. Let's go 1, 2, 3. Convert to diamonds. Really annoying. You keep building 2 pair. Or pale, I hope. You aren't helpful. Bang. Buy that in the next round. Really not getting the jokers, am I? Really not. Left into the right. Right. Okay. Left into the right. We haven't needed a hand to show to me that I need more jokers, and it's this one. What on earth do I do? Let's get rid of the middle. Double 2 hands. Gotta be careful. Just. Come on. Got something to help. We'll go this as well. 3 or fewer, no. Retrigger. The next 10 hands. This Joker gains +1 mil per consecutive hand played without scoring a face card. It doesn't come down. Choose one. Down to these two. Hanging Chad or Ride the Bus. I'm needing this one. That's sort of it's an intermediate Joker. Because I got them, this one's actually going to be remarkably easier than... Like so. Bomb. Do I need that? I'm going to keep it. I'm going to reject it, rather. Let's see what this does. Nothing. Thank you. I'm getting 2 pairs for once. An extra $1 for every $5 you have at the end of your round. Clubs times 3 mounts. Yes. Need to get some, ideally some more cards if I can. Get that one. The other two were nothing. So I need to move that to there. For that very reason. Bang. Ooh, this one. Nice. So, let's buy that. Let's move that to there. That is a, that's going to get +4 immediately. That's fine. Not that bothered by it. Yep. Really doesn't help. I got a flash. That's not what I'm drawing for. I can still get rid of that because I've got a flash regardless. I've still got leaving the flash still. I'll do that. think I made a mistake with this one. I think gonna have to go flash. Just hope for the best. Before I do that, I know I'm not going to use you, so I might as well just go full. Does a flash do better? So that goes to a 50 times 12. Whereas that goes to a 40 times 21. Times 12. I think that one's a better option. We'll play it. Yeah. Bugger! I shouldn't have got rid of that club. Damn that to hell. I should have used them. Get me over the line? Damn it. I always like to get over the line one go in that one, but still. Nice. Oh, this one, because then it helps. Contains a straight. Yeah, I haven't got a thingy on. Two hands. That's all good. Let's get rid of these. Should get over? Just, yeah. Straight flush! That's useless. Got cash though. Misprint, thank you. Card slot for 10? I think that's worth it at the beginning. The reason I rejected that, I don't want to reduce the amount of hands I have. It's got 2 randoms per hand. Okay. So I got a pair, flush. Let's work towards 2 pair. Yeah, let's do that. There we go. It is a pair. Times 8 is a pair, so that's alright. I can... That's nice. Discovered it, at least. Let's get this up counter and see if it helps unlock. 2 diamonds. 2 planets, spades. Hell, I don't like that card. Don't have room. 1 card into a wild card. Do that, I guess. So yeah, 4 for that for a pair. Let's see what this does. Nice. 4 of a kind. Not going to happen. Nice. I think that's good. Contains a pair. That's good. Let's hopefully get that malt card. Random. No. Oh, okay. Not terrible, but... In my head, the lucky card is what... So that's 4 of a kind. So that's going to do absolute jack. So let's get rid of these. So we should get 2 pair. There we go. Reach all face cards. So I'm going to need as many face cards as I possibly can get. So I'm not going to need you or you. So now I need face cards, face cards, face cards. Get face cards. And then... That's all that. This one. Jumbo standard. Face cards, face cards, face cards. Nice. I haven't got space for you. 1 in 7 goes face down. Right. Not sure how to navigate this. Right. Thank God for that. Bang. High card. I doubt I'm going to use... No, nope. So I'm not going to use you because I guess I could. Ah, that's the one I wanted. Excellent. So now I can free up you. Actually do stuff. Let's... So that's 2 into times 4 malt. Let's use that for these 2. And then use Kushti. What's this one? That's high card. I'm not going to use you. Yeah. Four of a kind, not likely. Do I need the cash now? Not sure. I can afford you at the very least, I'm not going to get the cap. So that one in case I get the... Let's go for it. That's not good. Thinking that one. Because going for a sort of a straight pair without whatever. Next. I should have... Bugger. So let's go left into right, and it's face cards, which you've all played face cards, so I want as many face cards as I can. Left into right, that's there. So that's left into right. Let's keep going for this. Left into right. 1, 2. Is it better to have mults or more face cards? Let's go for mults. Let's get rid of you and Sharpish. What a terrible. So let's try 2 pair. I'm going to get some mults with these 2. Okay. To me is a good trade-off. Should be fine. For that very reason. I don't think that's a good 13 mult for $8. I think so. Let's use. I should go nuts now. Face cards, face card. I need to remind myself to keep getting face cards so that it keeps making that even more advantageous. When round begins, add a random playing card to your hand. Base card, please. Damn you. Cute. Bang. Right. Let's think about this. That's just a really low value. Right. Lock in. Poor start. I was expecting that to get more, I'm not going to lie. Really doesn't help. Let's try that. I think a straight really helps because that mult's null and void with a straight. Straight gets me a ×7, I guess. That's really loading up the backhand. Could go at that, which is a straight, and then that's activated 3 times. It's the only one I can do. Yeah. That damn pissing wall. Arg. Be a good melt one. It's good for the beginning. Let's go this one because it's just it's a sustainable one. It doesn't constant investment. This is really triggering. That's why. That's why. Try this. Oh, good. Nice. Saved. Nice! That's a good one. Really happy. Let's go with that so I can get the interest. I got 4 2 pairs already, so that's good. Really happy. That really doesn't help, and that's so irritating me. I'm going to do that. Thank God for that. Bang. You know what I'm tempted to do? Just to go 2 Joker and just go random. I know it's a very much risky business type move. 1, 2, 4, bugger. I can get rid of that and not put him for a flush. Give up. Two Jokers. Nice. Eee. Can ace and a straight? No. No. So it's going to have to be that one because it's flush related. That one and that one. That one because it creates... Yeah. All face cards drawn face down. Excellent. I have to try and work around them. How the hell do I do this? That's a jack. Ah, this is hurting my head. Put it out. I forgot it was tens. Forgot that card even existed. Right, what can I get rid of? Because I want to give that a go. I probably should have done that one. Oh well. Flipping hell. Let's try that one. Bit of a waste of a jumbo standard. This one. Next! Give me a pissing hand I can use. So I'm going to have to do that just as sort of a semi-waste. Right, a great semi-waste then, isn't it? Christ. Oh my god. Hey, smokes. Look at that. Next. Probably the only... Oh, it's this thing. Oh, ew. Okay. Let's think about this logically. 2 pair is the best hand I have because I've never done a full house. So, question then becomes: do I discard them in the hope I get another 10 and then I can activate? Let's try that. I think I give that a whirl. Okay. Ah! Flippin' fudging doodledum. Oh. Right, survived. Nice. I'll say that every day of the week. That turns into 400. So that should do it. In 2. Should get it done. Bang. I think I can get through with just that. Ooh. And ew. Contains a pair. Well, it does contain one. Right, so that's a good discard. Hang on. Do I get over the line with just that? That's a times 8. 18. 18 times 10. I think that does, if I do my math right. Yeah. Quick maths! Screw it. What does the do nothing card do in Balatro? Can I see how many I've bought so far? Cool, know what I'm doing after. Cool, next. Dog. There we go. Bang. Tempted to give that a go. Nice. It's really not helpful. Oh, I hate this card. With a passion. Do I have to go for a straight then? Don't I? So therefore, that is the straight so far. So therefore, I can get rid of that, get rid of that. Yeah, I'm going to have to just go for the straight then. So I got one of the components of the straight. So I need a queen and I've got the straight. So I therefore don't need that and I don't need that. Yeah, I need to keep that. Right. Gets that up. Gives us the best chance. Need to get a better left into right. Not terrible. Try this one. Just for shits and giggles. One of the benefits of having that, it means I don't get so locked into something pair-based, but still don't particularly like it. Right, now we're talking. That one, definitely. And that one. Just want to use it up in the nicest possible way. Left into right. Use. Just to... Really doesn't help. I did that specifically because the dollars I lost is better than leveling that up. Right. Bang. I don't understand that one. I mean, it goes twice. I just want to understand it and to see if it gives me them again. No. So that's going. Yeah, the next hand. One of 4. Okay. So got one. Okay. Let's buy and use. Forgot I had that in the nicest possible way, so now that's more valuable. Okay. Really not helpful. You're null and void. Get something to work with. Got a pair next, that's good. Don't know why I haven't used that yet, which is one into a wild card. Why not? Really annoying. Oh, I've got a real bad feeling now. No. Ah! Nice. Gets me through. Nice. This one then, I suppose. Oh, spades are debuffed. No. Go that. Get that. Hmm. Hmm. Nice. No, I don't like that actually. Oh, good. Could have gone higher, but there you go. Hmm. Nine, 3. Fine. Sort of semi-speedrunners comes just exhausted at this point after all the... Just like, after... I'm still learning Sea of Thieves. And with it being a social game, being naturally more introverted, I am absolutely knackered today. Why not? Right. Try this. Not terrible. Single pair all the way. Nice. Done. Oh, my head. Got so much cash, I might as well just go ham for it. Whoa. Nice, easy. The fuck is this? Try this. It's either a bang. Hmm. Damn it! 1 in 4. Survived. Nice work. Best to probably have the microphone near visible. Can you at least give me pissing cards I can actually use? I already give up at this point. Yeah. Nice, I can make all these work. Try this one. Oh, spades debuff. Great. I'm delighted by that. Might as well make that a beneficial discard because it's on 0. Nice. I don't even know. Can't afford it. Probably not a good upgrade, but still. I like this one. So 2 pair I got 3 of. Need to use these. So what these want? Yeah. Really need to use them. Doubles money, steel, glass. It's double money. Not doubling money just for now. Okay. So that's a times 8, that's a times 6, that's now a times 8. I haven't had that in a while. 10, 8, 10, 8, 6, whatever that is. And then, right, let's do that, buy and use, because that's a 2 pair upgrade. Mm. That's alright, I can live with that. So that's the don't plan for the next hand type, because it's pointless. We got rid of that as quick as possible, because I didn't realise that the discards as part of this counted towards that. Bum, bum, bum. Guaranteed 11 for that. No, rather. So now we're just beefing up the top. I think it's a good trade-off. It is. Bang. Do this. Want them all. There we go. So now these are usable. I say usable. Now let's use these. I want to be able to use them. So let's hang on. Whoa. So that is that. I'd rather have times 4 than that. Let's use that. And let's get mults in play. The reason I didn't play those 10s is because I know fine well it would have counted as a 2 pair. It would count as a awesome, even how stupid that is. Can't fit it in and it's not worth substituting, so we're... In case I get that, so I want to go that for that. And it uses, yeah. Let's play this. I need to start using it. That's why, but it's still not helpful. Really struggling now. Give me cards I can use, please. Thank you. Oh, that was mildly frustrating. So that's now times 12. That is incredibly helpful. Buy 2, buy and use. That was not necessarily becoming a problem, but I'd like a sort of a guarantee. Give me Pluto! Nice. Ew. Right. What can I do? How on earth do I get through this? Really have no idea what to do. I've literally got no other option, have I? Like, because I could do this. It doesn't help me at all. Oh, it does! Oh my Gideon, I thought there's part of me in the middle of that hand thought I was dead. Nice thing about this one, it encourages you to sort of use, or it means these have playing lower cards more incentivized. Nice. The only card I'm really looking for is to try and upgrade Misprint with the Arcana one. To left and to right. Let's do this. Two. Oh, you son of a... Take that, I think. Yeah, it's a good trade-off. Bang! Right, I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna make a cup of tea. We're back. Ready for the final push. Good trade-off, I think. Yep. Don't need that or that. We had bulk. Big boys up front. Skip. Stop giving me the same pissing cards. Ah, really annoying. I have to get rid of it. Bang. Who's me? Bang. I don't like this. Can I make it pay, please? Yes! Let's go! Guy's telling me that. In reality, should have done the other one. Need that. And even if I skip, I want to see. Whatever kind. No. Skip. I'm just gonna reroll. No. Should be fine. Right. I'm leaning get rid of you just so I can guarantee plus 12. I'm doing it. I need plus 12. Wait a sec. I need the certainty of what I'm going to get. Had this a bit earlier, it'd have been great, but still. Oh. Okay. It's not terrible. Oh, bugger. Oh well. That's plus 12, so that's fine. Arg. Bang. Better. Oh. I have to go just hard for this. I'm getting plus 2 regardless. Bang. Ah. Can just piss money up the wall now. Wonder if this works. Oh, it does! Nice! How handy. Why bothered? Right, let's go main menu. So collection, vouchers, and the blank one. Six. Okay, so I've got 4 more of them. Nice. I'm one of those people that just hates when you got notifications on there. That should be what? Vouchers. Redeem this voucher in an unseeded run to learn what it does. Hmm. Additions. Right. Been streaming for 2 hours. Just thinking, is there anything I want to particularly do? If anyone else wants me to particularly do. Oh, what? Igor Tudor has left. Oh, wow. Can sort of understand it because I believe his father just died. So who'd he be going for? Could easily come. 1 second, 1 second. Let's go. So let's go onto here, quit. You go, right, okay. I wonder who the bookies have as the next. Back to become their interim. I doubt that highly. I mean, I'm not sure what anybody else thinks, but it's strikes me that Harry Kane is very much a principled. I can't see him making that move. I really can't, because irrespective of the pension boost it could be, he strikes me as someone that money isn't everything for him, and is very aware of the privilege life that he has. So I don't buy that in a second. Really don't. Find it interesting they go for a Chris Hughton, or this article implies Chris Hughton, but like if it's whoever knows Tottenham inside and out, who have you got? You got a Chris Hughton, you got a Harry Redknapp. That would be incredibly entertaining. Sam Allardyce, come off it. Someone else thinks Sam Allardyce. When I look at when I think about this sort of argument, you have to sort of reverse engineer both the environment of the squad, whoever it is would inherit, combined with the ultimate values of sort of how good of a vision setter they are. Whether it be, if you sort of take Jurgen Klopp as an example, I can't think of any manager in modern Premier League history that was as good of a man motivator as he was, in terms of, you listen to some of his press conferences and how, in his general demeanour, I don't think I can think of anyone that is good of a man motivator. What is this about? And the reason why it's sort of always when you sort of think of the Michael Carrick, or more specifically the next Man United manager discussion, and naturally there's a strong view of the top level manager, and then you've got those that counteract that by saying they've gone down the top managerial manager before, and so therefore it's not necessarily the how good, well, it's necessarily the pedigree of the manager. Then going, right, okay, there's something that it's not necessarily his past experience and all those types of things. It's the, can he get buy-in? Can he minimize the fear of failure and mitigate the weight of the Man United jersey? to the point where the players are playing with freedom and look at it that way rather than how good of the pedigree, the managerial CV and pedigree, because it just hasn't worked. That'd be the way I sort of put it. I mean, let's just read this article. I'd always thought that Pochettino would definitely be someone that I could easily see them doing well. Let's have a look at this. 1 second, Steve. But diverting to a Steve Borthwick, I mean, it's with the squad England can assemble and the sort of the competitiveness of the league closest being to what the top 14 is, quite simply, Steve, better way of going about it, it's just, I don't think Steve Borthwick is said of a good an environment setter, culture setter, all those kinds of buzzwords, man, motivator, making it null and void the how diligent he is. Quite simply. Let's see if anything else happened recently. Oh, all this sort of. I like the fact that this article is sort of hinting that the Jags are entertaining trade offers for BTJ, but it ignores the fact that the GM has already sort of poured cold water on it. And I've listened to the press conference of rendering this sort of not quite fake news, but what was it? It was something close to. And funny enough, they missed that bit out of the article. Well, Rashad Bateman wouldn't be too bad of a shout. I mean, it's... And obviously then, you then go, why did they give him up? But still, what do I want to do? The reason why I'm sort of semi-stalling is I don't particularly want to go to Balatro. I'm tempted just to call it there, you know. I mean, it's... As I intimated earlier, yesterday's streamers really took it out of me. And I don't particularly want to just be on here with low energy, so I'm thinking just logging off for the night in the nicest possible way. No, they would never do that. Yeah, I'm going to call it there. Right. Even though there's likely nobody here, but still you have to treat it as if someone is. It's been a pleasure as always. I'm going to be hopping off. I'll next be live on 7 p.m. on Tuesday for my final stream before I go on holiday. So tune in for that. It'll be a Sea of Thieves stream. And I'll see you then. Have a good evening, afternoon, or morning, wherever